Hey folks, I'm Michael Rentiers, President of Brands and Marketing here at Push Digital. If you're watching this, then you've survived the South Carolina primary election season. The field is set. Out of the last two election cycles, I've noticed a trend that really affects our issue advocacy and public policy work. And if you're planning an issue advocacy campaign, then listen up, because this could be the difference between winning and losing. And the trend is this: the vote to fix South Carolina roads and raise the gas tax had absolutely no negative effect on any election over the last two election cycles. No candidate lost because of that vote. In fact, many of them rose to higher office. And believe me, a whole lot of money was spent attacking candidates during the last two election cycles. For example, the Club for Growth attacked candidates all over the state. In fact, they spent $400,000 in one congressional district this cycle to try to defeat William Timmons, and it had no effect. Congressman Mark Sanford attacked Katie Arrington in his losing bid to keep his congressional seat. And Tea Party groups all across South Carolina sent countless mailers out attacking elected officials on their vote. And absolutely none of it mattered. And that's an important thing to understand in your communications game. Tell me, how many times have you heard you can't do something because we're in an election cycle? That's an important piece of analysis to factor in when you're building your campaign. But it doesn't mean you can't win. It just means you have to take it off the table in a way that removes it as a political chess piece. In the roads debate, we completely removed the idea of a gas tax from the voters' minds. What we did was make a very real and personal connection between the state of the roads and people's neighborhoods and communities and how it impacted their very lives. It wasn't about the legislature. It was about how you felt about the conditions of our roads and bridges where you live. And we saw Republican primary support rise from 7% to 57% by the end of the campaign. We took politics out of the equation. So when the attacks came, they were attacking people, not politicians, and that made all the difference. Because even though Republicans hate the idea of raising taxes, this was a personal decision, not a political one. And that's what we look for when we build a winning campaign. So the next time somebody tells you you can't win because it's an election cycle, remember these three things. 1, it's always an election cycle. 2, your message matters more than your opponent's. And 3, stop trying to be the loudest voice in the room and focus on actually winning people over to your side. It's bulletproof.